We are live. We are here. We are talking about Power Rangers. I've got remotely in the Zordon, I don't know what, containment fields? Is that what these are?
Yeah, and containment chamber, I guess.
It's not quite the Phantom Zone things, but
Yeah.
it's close. It's close.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
In the chat with us right now, we've got Edward Sanchez Productions, Matt, Denals Young, which is Daniel right there, Blur, Mikey Nerd Talk, and Jared Hodges. Oh, and Pikachu Master 542.
What's up? Gotta catch them all.
What's up, everyone? All right, so today we are actually only going to be talking about one episode. It is the grandmother. What was it? Grandma Matchmaker.
Yeah, unfortunately,
episode 13.
Unfortunately, we're only going to talk about that one episode because it's really hard to get the signal and bounce it off of these different satellites to get it to you guys. So we're only going to have enough time to talk about one episode.
But if you guys want to tune in later on Twitch, Josh and Assorted Company will be playing wrestling.
Something, yeah, we'll see. I might be playing Ori and the Will-O-Wisps, which is a very, very pretty side-scroller, or if I could find some people to play some other online stuff with, if anyone has Overcooked 2, might go for that too. We'll have to see.
Or, I'm addicted to this game right now, everyone. It's called Genital Jousting. It's pretty fun.
What?
It is a dating sim and a multiplayer game. It's called Multi-Peen, is the part I want to play. So if anyone wants to sign up for Genital Jousting, right now it is 69% off for a grand total of $2.11. If you would like to play Genital Jousting with me, I don't know, anytime really.
I will have to look into that, 'cause that sounds ridiculous.
It's pretty fun. I've only done story mode so far, but Hey, Daniel, we can't hear you.
Well, no, because I'm mouthing words. Like, what the...
Oh.
Okay.
This one over here. Genital jousting.
Yeah, that's pretty cute. Look it up. It's on Steam.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Look. There it is.
Alright, so, let's talk Power Rangers.
Let's talk Power Rangers.
We're clearly, I don't know how you guys got to the wrong team to talk about genital jousting.
Alright, so what were some things that stood out to you about this episode? Or actually, Daniel, why don't you break down the episode for us and tell us what the plot was?
Alright, so this episode, as we already know, was about Ashley's grandmother. It's called Grandma Matchmaker. So on this episode, Ashley's grandmother visits Angel Grove with the intent of seeing Ashley engaged before she even leaves Angel Grove. So she showed up, visit, get Ashley pitched, and then head out. That's all she wanted to do. Luckily, Carlos helps Ashley out by, pretending to be her boyfriend. And avoid the matchmaking. Unfortunately, Astronema sends down Mama Mite, who was our first monster, and then unfortunately, Mama Mite meets her end very quickly with their super cannon or whatever, and Termitus, the son or the children of Mama Mite, come together and they tussle with the Rangers. So that's pretty much the plot or the synopsis of the episode. Now, getting into the meat of the episode. This is where it gets fun, guys. Because this is pretty much where we pick it apart, tell you what we like, tell you what we didn't like, and some things that we found very interesting, to say the least. One thing immediately that I found interesting was the grandmother's voice.
Yes, that was so weird.
Oh.
Yeah, the very high-pitched, whiny, I don't know, very anime female voice kind of to me, I don't know.
I couldn't tell if it was if they had dubbed over her real voice or if it was actually that lady just putting on that voice. It was just weird.
I don't know. I was looking it up and trying to find out if I could find out what was going on. Like looking in the notes or like the wiki stuff, and I don't see anything that says that they did that. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
didn't
they were
either.
if they just did ADR and she was just like, here it goes, and made it horrible. Ooh, it does show something in errors. We'll talk about that later.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
The blur says that this was a plot right out of Mega Ranger, but he thinks that it worked here, and that he loves that the bugs ate the weapons. I think so far for me, I think this is the first time that we've seen a villain actually destroy their weapons. But
Ooh.
I don't know if that's happened before in another series or if it will happen again somewhere in the future.
Honestly, I kind of feel like it's not that hard to destroy like Ashley's weapon, which is literally just a slingshot. Like I feel like you just
Yeah.
wishbone that and like snap that in half.
Or just cut the parts where she has to pull. It's like,
Oh yeah.
oh, no, it's completely inactive. And he's like, ha 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 ha. It's just done.
I want to do this a little bit differently today than we normally do. I'm gonna go ahead and ask everyone in the chat there to give me their ratings for this episode now, while we're talking about it, because I'm gonna come right out and say I hated this episode. I thought it was stupid. The grandmother just annoyed the shit out of me. I wanted to just like throw her in the back of that cop car and drive it into a river. It felt like a pointless episode. Just dumb.
Man, I actually kind of liked it. I kind of liked it. Not
Really?
gonna lie.
From
Yeah,
in the
like
chat saying Pudgy ate their weapons.
Oh, that's right. I do.
oh,
remember
that's
that.
true.
But then he threw them back up, though. Remember?
Yeah, after he
Oh,
ate
yeah,
the
yeah.
spicy
Yeah,
food or
so
whatever it was.
this one just destroyed it. But no, you're right, though, about the whole thing with, like, the grandmother was fun, slightly entertaining.
Oh no,
I
Daniel,
mean,
I can't hear you.
oh no, really? You can't? No?
I
Okay, there it goes. There it goes.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
The grandmother was kind of fun. I mean, fun in a way that I was able to enjoy watching Ashley suffer. That's the only way I feel like she was fun.
Yeah, I guess it just for me like I know people that are like that, so it was more not
Oh.
deja vu. It was giving me bad memories of just dealing with people who are like, no, this is what you're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna make you do this. And I'm like, no.
Oh, jeez.
No.
I don't know. I thought it gave Ashley some pretty good development. We haven't seen any of the Rangers' families in a very long time, so I like that Ashley still has a grandmother that is looking out for her. Like, I wonder if she's freaking out while they're in space, where it's like, hey, I've tried to call you like 8 billion times and you didn't pick up. Where have you been? That's why I just took a cab over to check you out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean,
Very
there was. Yeah, there. I mean, there was definitely a little bit of story advancement, at least for her as a person and what she's like. It just did not. This episode just did not land for me. It just.
And I don't know, we haven't seen the Ashley and Carlos love interest since pretty much the very beginning, where it's like, hey, I'm a cheerleader, you're like a soccer star, we should get together. And then I want that love triangle with Andros, where it's like, oh man, Carlos, I'm not that into you. It's all about the thick highlights and Andros now.
See now,
Yeah,
since this was maybe if I had seen the last series where that happened, this might have been a little bit different for me. But since I had no previous knowledge of them having a relationship and that actually being something that would have been awkward for them, I was just like, oh, okay, they're friends and this is a thing. You know, I've been at a bar before with people where they're like, hey, this guy won't leave me alone, so I'm gonna tell him that you're my boyfriend. Like, all right, like I've been in that position before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been in that position where I'm the guy that they have to go find someone to tell that they have a, like.
Yeah.
But, I mean, oh my God, that's how Ellen and I met actually. 'Cause she
Really?
told Joe, hey, there's this guy that won't leave me alone, and Joe's like, oh my God, I know him. That's Daniel. And we've been the best of friends ever since. Oh, God. Good night, everybody. You can't win after that. Good night.
But
Turn
so
off my game.
we're talking about this a little bit before we went live. What did you guys think about Grandma's outfit?
It looked like Michelle Tanner, like back in the early 90s, where she's just like, you got it, dude. Big hat, bright colors, and the overalls.
She was clearly wearing a toddler's gear. Like,
Yes,
I don't know what
for
happened.
sure.
I think
God.
it was the hat. Like I think all of that is what played into me just like hating it so much, was that I was just annoyed by every little thing that I was seeing on screen that I was like, I can't, no. This is like one of those she's one of those people where if I saw her out in public, I would probably take a picture of her and post it to Facebook, be like, look who I just came across in Walmart.
No, yeah. There used to be a Instagram profile where they would make fun of people's clothing at the airport, and it was yeah, and actually it's that band Chromeo who actually does it, and they would just make fun of it. Yeah, there's a band called Chromeo that's so dope. Oh, it's so good.
I've seen people of Walmart.
Oh God,
yeah, I've seen that too.
Exactly what she is. You're right. That's exactly what she is. Like watermelon earrings, that weird, like you pointed it out earlier. It's a sun hat that
she was wearing it backwards,
but also baseball cap.
Backwards, yeah, and she's wearing it backwards. And then after that, we have the fact that she's wearing like Oshpagosh kind of freaking
the overalls.
Like, yeah, a jumper, overalls, or whatever. You look at it like, if I saw her in public, I'm like, oh, hey, are you lost? Did you dress yourself? You're so fit. You're so strong. But, you want to walk them somewhere because you're worried about them. That's what it feels like. Like, oh, the worst thing ever.
All right, I'm gonna go to the chat here for a minute. I see everyone has posted their ratings for the most part, but going back to the blur, he says in Happy Birthday Zach, the monster also ruined their weapons a little bit, didn't destroy them, but damaged them, and that this episode would be a perfect lead-in for Quest for Player 2. So maybe when you guys start up the podcast, this could be something. At least not maybe this episode specifically, but the idea of pretending to be dating someone else to get someone else to leave you alone. Maybe that could be a topic for you guys.
Or even if people are trying to set you up.
Yeah.
Has your family ever tried to set you up with someone? Because I've experienced that too, and it's always like, wait, what? Where did this come from? So.
That's true.
Yeah.
Family ever tried to set you up? Oh.
Yes, that could definitely be a good lead-in. Matt Thompson says that he's been in a position where girls ask me to find them a guy who they can pretend to be their boyfriend. So not even him.
Wow. Wow.
So they look at you and say, hey, can you find me a guy to pretend to be my boyfriend? He's like, I'm right here. I just said, can you find me a man? He's like, okay.
His hair is just too luxurious. His hair is too intimidating. It's like, no, that guy will never date me. I need to find someone.
That's gotta be it.
I gotta make it look real.
I mean, I gotta tell you, I am jealous of his hair.
I'm jealous of his hair.
Right now, John, and I damn you, Matthew Johnson. Like, maybe you're born with it, maybe it's Maybelline, I don't know, but I hate you. God.
Let's see.
No, we love that. We look at your hair and say someday.
What else we got here? Pikachu Master says, and also it has the Force, mean telepathic, and has the. I think that's the second part. Oh, okay, that's the second part of his. I see. Okay, well, I'll come back to that one in a second. The blur says you should see the outfit that the grandmother wore in Mega Ranger, which we could not see because she was sitting inside the car during the Japanese footage, and we weren't able to really see in there. And then Mikey Nerd Talk says a girl told me she was gay, but just have a girl told him she was gay, but had a baby with a dude. Oh, I get it. I got it.
She's like, I'm sorry, I'm gay. Oh, let me get my baby. Gotta go. Come on, honey. Yeah. The guy. You're like, oh, dude.
And then Pikachu Master says, hey, my grandma goes to Walmart before the world entered into madness, and she does not dress like that.
Well, she should. It's a requirement when you go to Walmart that you have to dress like that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I worked there for a few years in college. Stories I could tell.
Dude, but they do hire greeters that old for a reason, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, they're like, okay, here, we're doing something for the community. Stand here, old lady. Is it so this way if they do die on the job, someone else can like, oh, let me pick her up and I'll just do the job, or what is it?
No. I mean that's what the janitors there are for. The graders just stand there until they die, and then the janitor comes by with his push broom and just moves them into the back.
I think they do that Zamboni that they use to whack the floor. They pick her up and just. They're like, hello, hello. Oh God! So there are lanes.
Yeah, let's go. Let me scroll up here. We've got The Blur gives it a 3. Mikey Nerd Talk gives it a 2.5. Jared Hodges gives it a 3. Edward Sanchez liked this episode so much that he gave it a 4. Thomas Franco one-upped Edward Sanchez with a 5 out of 5. So Thomas, I have to ask you, why did you like this episode so much? What was it that stood out to you where you were like, this episode, this is the 5 out of 5?
This is it. This is the gold standard.
Pikachu Master 542 gives it a 5 out of 5 because of the funny grandma and Ashley suffering away, but has the guts to tell her how. The funny grandma makes Ashley suffer, but has the guts to tell her how she feels, and also has the Force, telepathic, and this bad boy. So Ashley made the right choice.
Oh yeah, that's true. She got the guy who pretty much, he's telepathic and blah blah blah. Because that's Andros, right?
Yeah.
Andros is our.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
I mean,
that can make sense.
You know what? In this new world of social distancing, having telepathy or telekinesis would come in handy.
Oh, that's so perfect. Yeah, because you do the 5 or whatever, and you push people away.
Yeah,
it's fun. I like that.
Do the whatever.
Yeah. Oh, hey, how you doing? Coming in for a hug. You're like, ah, just knock them down.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
So,
Great.
In the notes for this episode, it says
Man, I just imagine Ludacris being like, move, bitch, get out of the way. Like, all over.
Just like making sure no matter what happens, people are just dropping down. Like, oh my God. I would love that. There's a movie with Chris Rock and Bernie Mac where Chris Rock becomes the president. I think it's called Head of State.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so
I know that movie.
So he hires Bernie Mac, who is his brother, I think, as his, Secretary of State or Vice President or something. So he gets off a train in Washington, and he's walking, towards wherever he's supposed to be going. And people know who he is. So they're like, hi, I'm from the Game Commission. And he, hits this woman with a suitcase. And then another guy comes, and he backhands this guy. Oh, my God. Hell, I did not mean it.
You killed me. He's all sad.
She fell.
Damn it, Andros.
I'm back.
You fell, right?
I fell. It's okay. I'm okay.
Got words.
That scene though, that is actually an I guess homage to Airplane. Because in the beginning of Airplane, when Robert Stack is walking through the airport to get to the traffic control center, a bunch of people from the airport just start coming up to him and oh well, I'm gonna do you want to buy a rose? Do you want this? And he's just beating the shit out of all of them on the way. If we can ever get this Netflix watch party or Amazon watch party or whatever working, I'll see if we can do Airplane. It's a stupid movie, but it's so much fun.
Airplane is not a stupid movie. It's very funny. It is genius. It's something that everyone should watch. You got to. But I'm sorry. Going back to the notes.
Yes. So,
notes. Ashley's grandmother, her last name is Hammond, and that lets us know that actually she is Ashley's grandmother on her father's side. So, interesting. That's her dad's mother. So, you gotta know that most likely the dad is just as annoying as her probably. Or, whatever. You know how it works. Next, the battle against Mama Mike is slightly different from its Sentai counterpart, as the Silver Ranger was not introduced yet. Unlike his Sentai counterpart, Ashley was introduced in the battle, unlike her counterpart, who wrote this, who was not. It says, unlike her counterpart, blah, 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 battle, unlike her counterpart, blah, blah, unlike her. I'm like, who wrote this? So apparently the Silver Ranger was in the Sentai episode. So they had to really cut around it because he's not here yet. So apparently we're getting the Silver Ranger. Spoilers!
Nice.
Oh, exactly. I'm like, nice. This episode mirrored the Sentai counterpart a lot. So all the parts that we did see, as far as the Yellow Ranger being attached to the police car, the mites or the termites being attached to the sword, and everything like that, that episode was directly connected to it. So that's not bad. That's great. That's cool. Also, this is the first time in Power Rangers in Space that the monster is beaten without exploding. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, neither did I.
He was frozen, and then he got like punched. It was like the nitrous oxide or whatever frozen. Because he was million hands. It was too hard to kill each individual mite, so they had to freeze him as one giant one and then punch the life force out of him.
That's true. And also, now we're going to go into some errors. This is where it gets fun. There are two errors. One that we talked about earlier, I alluded to it, now we're going to see it. On more than one occasion, Miss Hammond's voice does not match her lip.
Yes.
And that is the thing that makes me say, okay, why did they do a voiceover for this person? But maybe it was just ADR. Maybe because she was doing a voice that high, it didn't register and pick up on the mic. So she was like, oh, I gotta go do ADR. And when she did the ADR, she did the same voice.
Maybe.
And it was crap.
I'd like to believe that she actually sounded like Danny DeVito. And they were like, no, we can't have this.
See, I mentioned it more like The Room, and they were just like, hey, we ADR is what's going to make this really, really cool, so let's just go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter if it matches or not. This is real movie.
So she does the episode, and then they're like, come back in, let's do some ADR. But
yeah, we'll just put it over.
I'm Chip Lynn, damn it. Hollywood is mine. Like, you know, and they're like, okay, all right, here it is. And Chip Lynn went on to take care of Power Rangers for years.
I'm gonna pause you there for just a second. I'm gonna go back to the chat. First, I want Elle, if she can see the chat, you got to read what Matthew Thompson said.
All right, what did Matthew Thompson say?
All right.
Oh my God! No. Zordon of Eltar? That one?
Yeah. Yes.
That's actually really good. I love how
that's good.
That is an A+.
That's I think we're gonna have to commission that T-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I'll try to be more Zordon. I want to like shave my head.
No, please don't.
Genius.
We can be triplets.
We'll Photoshop a picture of Elle, and she's like there.
Yeah.
And we'll Photoshop a bald Elle, and it says Zordon of Eltar, and it's just Elle.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's good. We totally do that.
I like that a lot.
The Blur referring back to Airplane says that he loves that movie. He's gonna watch it after we're done here. That's great. I love that we can influence people that way.
I know. I need to still watch it one of these days.
Jared Hodges says that he really enjoys Tommy Boy with Chris Farley. Tommy Boy and Black Sheep, I think, are my two favorite Chris Farley David Spade films.
I
haven't seen either.
David Spade films.
They're
are there more? I think there was though. Are there more with those two?
I guess with those two, no. But like Chris Farley still had like Beverly Hills Ninja. And he was in a couple of others, I think. Donnie Pearson just popped in and says, "Hey, apologizing for the delay. He just updated his music mock-up cover of the original Hawaii Five-0 theme. I am a huge fan of Hawaii Five-0. I would like you to post that in the Illuminerdi group on Facebook so that I can check it out."
Yes, please. And also, make sure when you do, give a shout-out also to Jezzer. Jezzer loves Hawaii Five-0.
That's right, he does.
Oh, nice.
broken up that they're ending the show, so we make fun of it a lot. So if you could just post that and say R.I.P. Hawaii Five-0.
Last season. At least they're going out on their own terms.
Hey, yeah, that's true. That's true. A lot of shows don't get to do it.
Yeah.
Power Rangers. There is.
Yeah, back to the notes.
Okay, there's only one more error.
Okay.
This error says, in some shots of the stolen police car, the license plate is backwards, and there was Japanese writing on the side.
Huh.
Didn't notice.
Yep.
Didn't notice.
I was too busy watching Grandma not pressing the brakes.
How was she not able to? She was easily able to hit the gas and hold it down all the way to the floor of the fucking car. How was she not able to hit the brake? I don't understand.
Sometimes one leg is shorter than the other. And she uses both feet to drive. Or that little distance to like cross the pedal was just like that 1 inch too little.
Maybe. I mean that is like, but using both feet is that's race car driving format. So yeah.
Yeah, she's trying to hit the pedals.
One small shorter than the other, so that's why she wears these really weird clothes, because she can only buy irregular clothing. And irregular clothing usually comes in weird stuff. So that's why it's like, well, this is my life. You know, she wears that stuff.
I buy it.
She sounds like, there you go. And she sounds like Danny DeVito. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Well, we solved the mystery again today, guys. So I'm glad that we were able to.
Hey, so how about your guys' ratings? What did you guys rate this particular episode?
Oh no, well they did already. They gave us all the.
For Daniel and Josh.
I'm
gonna give it a 1.5. It's not so bad that I'm gonna give it a 1 or a 0, but it was not great.
Okay, I can see that. For me, actually, I loved talking about this episode so much, but that doesn't help as far as the episode. That's like, when they say the director's cut, like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, man, the director's cut really is great. Well, the director's cut should have been what they put out in the theater, so shut up. So this one, unfortunately for me, I'm digging what Josh is giving out, but I'm giving it a 1.
Whoa!
Wow!
You got to one-up me. I see how it is.
I got to one-up you because this one is a piece of crap.
No, he had negative 0.5 you, technically.
Yes.
I one-up him as far as being mean about this episode, but yes, negative 5.
Man,
0.5.
I actually really enjoyed this episode.
Larry gave it a 2 too. So Larry, why did you like this episode? I'm not. Okay, no, I am judging you a little bit, but tell me why you liked it.
Larry, I am completely judging you right now. I can't believe you said it. I'm also judging Elle. So let's hear why Elle said she's giving it a 4, while Larry takes the time to make up an answer. So go ahead, Elle.
Yo. So it had million ants, and I love that amalgamation of all the enemies of the small ones coming into the big Akita monster. Oh shoot! I fell again. I fell. I got too excited and I forgot I'm wearing these cords. But I don't know. I kind of like the grandma. I like the development with Ashley. I like seeing Carlos and Ashley kind of like in this awkward situation together. After they kind of had the hots for each other when they first met, fell off, hoping for a love triangle with Andros. And I don't know, I have a kooky grandma. Like, she brings people over to my house randomly from the street, or used to, when I dress up. And she's always like, hey, you should see my granddaughter. She's wearing this really cute costume. And there was one time a family came up. It was a mother and, like, I don't know, like a 6-year-old child, and I'm pretty sure they were expecting like a 5-year-old child dressed up as like, I don't know, something cute, and not like a 30-something-year-old woman like dressed up to go to Disneyland.
It was, for me, it was almost like, I can't say it was like Boss Baby, because that was a little kid that had an adult voice, and he dressed like an adult.
It's reverse Boss Baby, where it's like an old woman with like a baby's voice.
And dresses like a toddler.
Yeah.
Let's not gloss over So your grandmother grabbed people from the street and propositioned you so they could at least just give you a compliment. That is so
Yeah.
dope. Because
Yeah.
other people's grandparents are just like, look at her, don't you want to marry her? She was just like, tell her how great she looks. Now leave. And it's like that's so dope. That is so dope. I love that.
But it was so much anxiety. Like I had a wig on and like all this stuff, and I was like, "Oh, you weren't even supposed to come over today." And then I was like, "I'm getting ready to leave," so I kind of shoo her out to go home. And then like a couple minutes later, the doorbell rings, and I'm like, "Hello?" She was like, "Hey, I found these people on the street, and I just wanted them to see my granddaughter's costume." And I was like, you can tell how visibly confused both the mother and the 6-year-old child were. Of like, I was imagining a 5-year-old dressed up as Elsa, not a 30-something-year-old grown woman.
Oh my god, that is so good.
Oh, that's
the kid
funny.
was still like, kid was just looking like this is gonna be my future. So I mean, you helped that kid out. That's not bad.
So for that reason, understanding the crazy grandma, that gets a 4.
Okay. That is totally valid.
I'm sorry. I keep falling down. I keep falling down. Clumsy man.
Larry actually has answered. Larry has answered and said that because grandma was cool as hell, and you want to have fun, so that's why I gave it a 4 because it was like
I'm
okay,
with you, Larry.
and it was fun. Pikachu Master 542 says L. Quick Rangers Lord Draken is interrupted. L's Lord Draken.
Here, I got it. L, quick, Rangers, Lord Draken is interrupting L's feed from the morphing grid and must be stopped.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Rangers, it's okay. Everything will be fine. Oh God, like out of nowhere, you have to do that. Oh God.
I'll see if I can get my my mixer so I can do some voice modulation stuff for the next feed.
That would be fantastic.
Hello, Rangers. I'm glad everyone is here. We are doing. Yeah, it may not be the best, but what can you do? You're like, wow.
Or I'll see if I could order a green screen, like one of those like green screen like leotard outfits from Amazon.
Yeah.
And I'll just like do I can do as like Zordon floating head quarantine videos.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh my God, Josh, that is such a genius bit. Oh, make that happen. We can do so many things
I'll see
on
what I can do.
Instagram.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, well, I think I've gone as far as we can go. We know that we will be
More fingers. It's 7 o'clock. It's my bedtime, guys. This stream ran a little too late.
Oh my God.
Yo, the self-quarantine's beginning at 7.
So many things are happening on Eltar right now, guys. Look,
The struggle is real, man. This is why technology is too hard.
oh God. Well,
Oh, it's hot.
None of us have gone stir crazy or had like cabin fever. We're glad we're able to connect with everyone watching, so at least we can still interact with people. Because guys, if we didn't, trust me, I would probably be wearing a foil cap and just doing weird things. So it's perfectly fine that we're not doing it now.
Well, just be glad you could only see from here up and not from here down.
Oh, because
pants.
I am not wearing pants. I am
How many people in the chat right now are wearing pants? Throw it in the comment section or the chat. Yeah. I'm just curious.
Just want to know.
I bet nobody responds because no one's wearing pants.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't tell you that I'm not wearing pants. I'll just be myself. You're like, no, come on, tell us, guys. Share.
Well, just put it this way. I'm not gonna lie and say that I am wearing pants.
There you go. I mean, I appreciate that. Look, what I did was take my underwear and put it next to me. So this way, like, if I have to get up, you go, oh, thank God. You don't want to, bombard me. Like, balls just flying at you. So I put it to keep my underwear next to me.
All right.
What is even going on? It's time to leave, guys.
Yeah, on that note, make sure you follow us on all of your social media. You can find us on Twitter at _Illuminerdi, on Instagram at _Illuminerdi. You can find us at the you can see our stuff here. Here's me. Yeah, I'll be live on Twitch later. I don't know what I'm gonna be playing yet, but I will post that in the Illuminati's Inner Circle group on Facebook and make sure to post it on Twitter too. In the meantime,
I vote for genital jousting.
I will think about it.
Hey, kind of matches up with not wearing shorts or pants or anything, so that works.
And also let me know if you want to play multi-peen. I've been wanting to play multi-peen for a few days now.
I'll see if I can. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Bye, everyone.
The best stream ever. Good night, guys. Oh my god.
I want like a weird fusion out of this tube.